Good evening, ladies and gents. Obviously, you didn't hear the intro, but maybe I can do it now. No, I can't even do it now. Look, it's gone. It is what it is, guys. It's Thursday. It's another day of chaos on the stream. Me and Yabba are going to try and hold it together for the day, and I'm going to try and connect this chat so that we can actually see what you guys are actually saying as well. But Yabba, while this chat is in, how you been, man?
Yeah, I've had a really long day. Typical English weather, isn't it? I was out. We went for like a management kind of meeting or strategy meeting in the park, and I was thinking, boy, and it's in the middle of London, Golders Green, and it's like hard to get to. And some people are paying £35 for parking, and I managed to get. There's an app where you can park in someone's driveway, and for £7 for the day. So I managed to do that. And then I was thinking, what am I going to wear? Because I wasn't sure about the weather. And lo and behold, it rained, and then it was sunny as well. Typical English weather. But I've had a long day. I haven't taken in any news. I'm just catching up now with you backstage about the news, and I'm really excited to hear about our developments. There's going to be some last few shows has been left me feeling really excited about Man United. The people we're going for, we look like we mean business. And apart from Liverpool, who should be excited, we're doing all right so far. So yeah, I've had a good day, bro. How are you feeling? How's things with you?
Tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. But look, it is what it is. That's what old age does to you, and supporting Man United, isn't it? Stresses you out, man. Stresses you out, man. Look, obviously, let me say a couple of howdies before we go any further. Obviously,
yes,
in the house. How you doing, man? Chat sport. Yeah, big up. Hold on, let me get this one up. Oh Lord, have mercy, this thing. Oh, here we go. Chat sport. We see you. So this, we see you too, man. But let's see what he's got to say about Trent. Good evening, all. Trent's flawless Spanish took me by surprise. He said 4 words. 4 words. He said 4 words, and everybody's talking about him being fluent. Bloody hell. Matty Bassett, big up, bruv. I hope you're doing well. Hold on, let me have to press it like this. Matty Bassett, I hope you're doing well. Andrew Williams, we see you in the house, man. Deserve better. I hope you're doing well. What's going on here?
Big up, we deserve better, man. How you doing?
I'm 53 today.
Wow. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday! Wow.
What are you going to do to celebrate, or are we not allowed to ask old man? You say old man.
It's a weekday, isn't it? Maybe he's going to wait till the weekend and celebrate.
Listen, he might have started already. Who knows? You know what I mean? But happy birthday anyway, big man.
I hope you had a great day, bro.
My audio still breaking up. Thank you for that. Let me see if I can sort something out with this.
What do you buy We Deserve Better for? I mean, what does a man like We Deserve Better want for his birthday? It's hard, isn't it, to know what to get for a guy in his 50s. What do you want?
Money. Money. I'll take money.
I'm asking what he's gonna write. Is the audio better? Subridge, let me know.
You sound all right from my end, anyway. You sound good.
Let's see. Here we go. I want to wind up now. Let's see what we got. He spoke for 1 full minute in Spanish, Mr. B. The pauses and the
annotation
were quite interesting. Okay. He's off to do some dad dancing. Oh, good luck, man.
Do you think football's like international language? If you can play football, the basics. What do you really need to learn Spanish?
Yeah, well, he do, because he needs to give interviews. He's gonna have to give interviews once he gets ripped by the mouth. You know what I mean? All those players running past him. It still sounds really bad. Let me try something else. Jesus Christ.
Well, guys, in the comments, I'm excited. How are you guys feeling about the news? Obviously, if you haven't heard, there's some really positive things going on with our forward line, strikers that we're interested in. Are you guys excited? Do you think it's genuine? Do you think we're actually going to follow this through and get things done? How are you guys feeling in the chat?
All right. How does that sound now? Does that sound any better, guys, in the chat? I have no idea what is going on here.
It's a shame because I can't. You sound fine to me.
Yeah, but I rewatched the show the other day and it was bad. It was
Okay.
really bad. So look, let me know, guys. Let me know. Looks like you guys have purchased some new cameras. Oh, does it? Does that mean that we're really clear, or does that mean that we're not clear? Look, I have no idea what that means. I don't know if Tyrone's on the wind up. It's all
How you
crap.
doing, Tyrone?
Here we go. Andrew Williams is saying excited. It's all crap until they got the shirt up.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Which is pretty okay. Look, obviously we've been linked with Ekitike today. I tried to get some stuff up on this team, man, but it's hopeless, bro. I've given up now. So we're just gonna talk through it. Basically, he said that last 48 hours or so. Oh Jesus Christ! Let me try one more audio thing because this is gonna do my nothing.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Mr. B.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, can hear you now.
All right, well, look, hopefully they're going to be able to hear me. And it's not going to be waffling on too much. But yeah, so we've been linked with Ekitike. We can't hear you. Bloody hell. What is going on there? Can you hear me now? That's all I need to know. Can you hear me now? Yeah, we need to bin this thing. I'm not going to say who they are that we're using, but this operating system is trash. Right. Anyway, look, we'll talk anyway. So Ekitike, Petty Gold, German Sky reporter, obviously, you know, well respected. Said that we spoke and we've had talks about Ekitike. Now, that's fine. I'm glad that things have come out. You know, it's something that we weren't sure about. You know, it's come out of the blue. But 100 million euros. I think there's some. I'm not going to say Petty Gold's wrong. Who am I? I'm only a van driver. You know, he actually works for Sky in Germany, so he's obviously got his contacts. But I think it's a nonsense. The price for one, 100 million euros. They can just go and get Gyokeres with that. It makes no sense. Talk to me, man. Guys in the chat, is this just nonsense? What do you reckon the deal is?
Yeah, I'm reading the same thing as to be 100 million euros, about 85 million pounds for a guy like that. Now, when you think about like our short list of strikers that we're after, because we do need a striker, they're all going to be quite pricey, you know, because you want to pay for quality, don't you? And it's good that Hugo's on the radar now. We know Victor in Sporting is on a minimum. Is on a there's an agreed fee of £65 million, I think, for him to be released. So we understand that, and that's a lot of money. And then we're going to have to add 20 million on top of that if you want to go for Hugo. Now, Victor's proven in the Portuguese league, but he's not proven in the Premiership. There's still question marks whether he can deliver in the Premiership. He might be a flop. Who knows? You know, good player, but can he turn it over in the Premier League? We don't know. He's not proven that. And the same applies with Hugo. Hugo was at Reims, I think it was, then went to Paris Saint-Germain because he was doing the business. They buy out the best talent in France. Only made 3 appearances or something stupid like that. Couldn't get in the side when Mbappe and all these guys were there. Then he was sent out on loan to Frankfurt. They've paid a fee for him, and he's played good last season. He scored some goals in Europa League, for, even against Spurs, and he scored a fair amount of goals. I think 15 goals in the league as well. And good value. But it's not just about the goal scoring; it's about his ability. He's young, he's tall, he's about 6'3", and he's wiry, he's strong, and he scores goals. And he's a problem. He's a problem. Now, once again, the questions I would ask is: can he perform in the Premier League? I would say yes, he can. I think he's dangerous. I think he's hungry. He's pacey. He's strong. He can win. He scores headers as well. And yeah, I think I would be really excited to get him in. I think that'd be a good signing. But it's just the money thing. I think we're being a little bit ripped off because Frankfurt only didn't pay that much for him. And what's to say after a good season in Germany that his price should go up that much? A more realistic price would be probably about 60 million, and even that's a lot. So I like him. I would love to bring him in, only for the right price. I usually don't really care too much. But I think pay 85 million, Frankfurt are taking the P. And I don't know, obviously you have to hustle, but I think starting that high is, trying to price people out of him, and then it would be dependent on him whether he would say something about it if he wants to leave, to try and get out of there if he wants to come to Man United. So Hugo, Victor, the two Victors, with Osimhen and Gyokeres.
What you call him?
Let's call him Victor from Sporting. With him, the two Victors and the Hugo, I like the look of. I like the fact that we're going in for those guys. Any one of them, I'd be happy, to put it that way. But out of them, I think Victor Osimhen would be my favourite. And if you talk about between Victor, Swedish Victor, and Hugo, I personally would go for Hugo. Sounds a bit bizarre, but I think he's long-term a better player for us than someone like the Sporting guy. Just because I just got major question marks about whether Sporting Victor can do the business. I've got real concerns about it.
Sporting Victor. All right, look, I'm going to get a couple of these ones up here. Tyrone saying it's all nonsense. He's starting to hate the transfer window. Rio, you said Petty has fallen off a cliff.
He doesn't trust it.
No. So we will pay 100 million euros for him, but not for Gyokeres. See, there's a lot of
Isn't Gyokeres set fee? He's got a set fee for 65 million. That's what they're arguing about.
Yeah, well, that's why these we'll get onto that. We'll talk about what you call him again?
It says there,
Swedish Victor. We'll talk about Swedish Victor afterwards. Yeah, we'll talk about Sporting Victor afterwards.
Gyokeres.
We deserve better. Saying I pay 40 million top, but 100 million. What are we doing here? See, yeah. I think it's all. As I said, I don't know why it's come out. I don't know who's obviously tipped off Politico. Maybe they feel that maybe it's their end. Anybody that's linked with Man United, it gets out there. I mean, look at us now. I don't know, but yeah. So his name is
Gyokeres.
There you go. Yeah, just try that. Just try that. Chat Sports saying,
Silent G.
Osimhen would be a game changer for United. That's my favorite, but we're not getting him. Victor Meldrew gets his vote. Let's see. Yeah, look, they're using United to raise the price. I don't know if it's about raising the price. Everybody knows that we don't have that, and we're not going to have that to spend on a striker. But as we're talking about strikers, Gyokeres. Now, it's come out today that Arsenal have bid for Gyokeres. There's a lot of bullshit that's going on at the moment. That's the only way that I can put it. I mean, they've been running down Sesko for say 2.5 years. It hasn't just been this transfer window, and they now have the opportunity, and they're now going to lowball Sporting for a player that they don't really want. But none of the big boys have said anything. We haven't had an Ornstein bomber. We haven't had a even Petticoat bomber. We haven't had the tapping merchant bomber from the Here We Go guy, Romano. Yeah. So again, I this is the one that I do not understand. This is the one that I don't understand, and why this would come out like a low ball bid. You know, this is one that I want you to explain to me. And guys in the chat, if any of you lot can explain to me what the hell you think's going on with this one, let me know.
Well, I think what's happened here is that because of Gyokeres, because he's come out and he made it clear he wants to leave the club, it makes it easier for people to make bids now, because the club will be thinking, this guy wants out, we can't keep him, the fans ain't on side, so it's opportunity knocks. And I understand why Arsenal would drop in a low bid just to test the water, you know, and see if it gets a reaction. You know, as Bob Marley used to say, every little action, there's a reaction. And this is what Arsenal think they're being smart by doing. Personally, I think, you know, they're still seething about the Martinez deal, when they wanted Martinez and we actually took him. That left a sour taste in their mouth. And they do play this. Didn't they offer some money for Luis Suarez? Or
1 pence more than £1 over whatever it is. Yeah.
So this is the games they play. That's how they operate. They're doing it again, and let's see what the reaction is. I did assume a few months ago. I assumed that Gyokeres was going to Arsenal because I heard he was an Arsenal fan, or he's got some sort of Arsenal tattoo, or some sort of there's some sort of relationship he has with Arsenal. Maybe he was a fan as a youngster. So I was hearing that a lot from Arsenal fans, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's going there. I wrote him off. But it seems to me that Arsenal, like you said, Mr. B, do they really, really want him? I thought Arteta favoured someone. He likes these tall guys like Sesko, like Havertz, like they do have. I imagine he thinks that's going to be more suited for their style. And Gyokeres doesn't really fit that sort of criteria with his attributes, you know. Arsenal are a sort of team that sort of play... they don't really want someone who's going to get in behind, because they use the way they play their football. They're usually pressing and keeping people on a low block. And someone like Gyokeres, his main thing is that he can run in behind, in space in behind. You know, so maybe that's why I don't think Arsenal's suited for him. Really want to go in for him. But to make a bid, maybe to appease the Arsenal fans, because they're desperate right now. I've seen some Arsenal fans for the last 3 years have come second. Arsenal Football Club have come second, when they should have won it at least once in that period. And the fans are getting desperate now because they want to see significant signings. They always think they're one striker away from moving on to win the league. And now they're watching Liverpool make some big signings, and the gap could be getting further away from them. So they need to buy a striker. Maybe it's just a ploy just to appease the fans, and a bluff, you know, like you do a bluff move. A bit like in F1 when the pit crew come out and it's just a bluff. They come out with the tyres ready and they feel like they're going to do something, and they're trying to bluff the other team to make a move. I think it's something like that. So it's a sneaky move by Arsenal. I don't think they're really going to get Gyokeres. Do you agree?
Victor? Yeah, I think it's a bluff. I just wish we've got 2.5 months of this headache. We have. Let's be honest. We've only just started. We've signed a player that we'll talk about in a bit. Officially signed him now. So look, we'll talk about him, but it's going to be like this for the rest of the season. But you know, we're going to be linked with everybody. We're going to have bids from everybody, and guess what? We're going to be on here talking about it. The thing that we said we weren't going to do when the transfer window started, we're here talking about players who aren't here.
That's how it goes. So yeah, let's watch this space. What were comments saying? Anything about this Gyokeres? Do they think Arsenal's serious?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This thing is so crap. Hold on. So Patrick Pillow was saying, Ekitike isn't strong enough for the Premier League. Number 8, Premier to be a 9 in the Premier League. No thanks. Let me get some of these Gyokeres ones up if I can find them. Right, this is oh God Almighty. Oh, this thing is terrible. I Am Titanium is saying it's the silly season. Why doesn't this stay? Oh Lord, guys, I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it.
I don't care how you get there.
Chat Sports saying United haven't bought a Prem-proof striker in a while. This season that changes.
Yeah.
Well, he can only be Prem-proven if he's played in the Prem. So yeah, if we ain't buying no English one, let's this is one from Simon. Oh, this thing is so slow. Let's not spend the whole summer window on one guy. We have signed one player so far, so let's branch out.
Well said.
Patrick from this. Hold on. This is it just keeps resetting itself.
You know what?
It keeps look.
Rather than pulling them up, maybe just read them out.
Yeah, I think that might be easier for me to do. Somebody said something about a letter Adams. Who said a letter Adams? We deserve better. Said a letter Adams. Was that the song that you were singing?
Olita Adams, yeah.
Yeah. See?
You can reach me by sailboats.
Don't start, please. Don't start. Saying, I wish I could go into hibernation until the end of the transfer window. I'm done already. Yeah. I Am Titanium. This new system is crap. Yeah, I totally agree. We will be going back to what we were using before, but obviously you have to try different things. It's definitely not working. Let's see. This one's from Bar. After finishing as England's 15th best side, do you think United can still attract a world-class striker? Oh, yes, we can. I don't see that being an issue. We still have the pull, Bar. So, it is what it is. No, I switched it off. Oh shit! 1 second, I think I left the gas on. 1 minute.
All right. Okay, guys. While Mr. B stops his house blowing up, just a quick one on. I'm just going to read this out anyway. It's from Victor Ottoman. It says, Man United will hold further talks with Victor Ottoman on 2 conditions. There's 2 conditions being held to ransom here. First condition is he has a genuine interest in signing for United. And 2, he lowers his wage demands to a realistic level. Because I think, I wasn't sure how much he was asking for, but that was always the question mark with him, wasn't it? About his wage demands. And, he wants to go make his next move. A serious move, a generational move where he's going to get paid big money in his prime, and that you have to respect that. But really and truly, he hasn't proven it because of what happened with him at Napoli, leaving there and going to the Turkish league. That sort of didn't help his cause. So they're gonna, if we are going to go for him, we have to find out, is he really, really that interested, and can he lower his wage demands? And we don't like, I think Simon said there, we don't want to waste time with things like that. I know nothing.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we know nothing about this bloody stream. We know nothing about
Don't mention the stream.
Sorry.
We're sorry. Look, you know what? You know what it is, guys. I think we love doing shows. We love setting things up and getting it together. It does take a lot of hard work, in the background to get all this done. And we, with these stream sites that we use, the main one we were using, they got extortionate, and we're just trying to sort of maneuver around that and think of the best strategy. And what we might have to do is go back to the original one, the best one, with a higher price, and then work harder so we can actually afford to run it. But we want to. It's all about quality, isn't it? We want to put out good quality, and it's trial and error. And this one gets 0 stars from us.
These 0 stars, we'd have to give them 1. Oh God! I mean, look. Obviously, look. Cunha signed officially. Today. Obviously, we know we've had this deal done. It's been done. He gave the Robbie Keane though. He's supported Man United as a child, and he used to watch the Premier League at his auntie's house in Brazil. I'm glad he signed, but I just think that's absolute bullshit.
It's funny that, isn't it? I mean, is it scripted or whatever? I've got 2 quotes here regarding Cunha. I mean, look, the first one is, he says, "I can't wait to start the preseason to get to know my teammates and prepare for the season ahead." It's standard, all of my focus now will be working hard to become a valuable part of the team and helping get this club back to the top. That's what he's saying. He wants to get us back to the top. Jason Wilcox, who's really instrumental since he's been at the club. I feel he's made a lot of good moves. He said this about Matheus Cunha. He said he has proved his ability to succeed in the Premier League as one of the most exciting and productive forwards in England during his time at Wolves, and before that in Spain and Germany. So productive and exciting. That's what you want to hear from a forward. Wilcox goes on to say he has all the abilities that we are looking for as we seek to build a strong, dynamic, and entertaining team capable of challenging for the big honours. So Cunha's saying he's going to help us get back to the top. Wilcox is endorsing him, saying he's productive and exciting. He's also saying that he's strong, dynamic, and entertaining, and he thinks that will help us get capable to challenging for the big honours again. So this is, a signing like this is huge. And when you're hearing comments like that, especially from Wilcox, I mean, Cunha can say that, but Wilcox saying that, I don't hear much from Wilcox, but maybe he's behind this signing. Maybe he's sort of recommended him and he's excited now that he's got his man, and he's going to put his stamp on it by making a quote like this to say, I am kind of responsible for this, and trust me, this guy's going to deliver the goods. And I can't disagree with him when he states that he's been one of the most exciting and productive forwards in England since at Wolves. He's been amazing.
He's killed us. Every time he's played us, he's killed us.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch him obviously against various other, me. I'm not like that. I won't watch another team play. That's just how I am in it. But when he played against us, he caused us chaos. Yeah. I'm glad I just think that is, I don't have any issues with the signing. The price, the fee, the fact that they paid it over 3 years, it's not my money, innit? They can afford to do it. I'm happy. I just think that he adds so much. I think he's going to add so much to what we don't have at the club.
Yeah. Do you think Wilcox is doing a good job, Mr. B?
Time will tell. I mean, look, we was he involved in -9 signing? These
was he there? I don't think he was there.
Okay, well, fine. Yeah. He doesn't take the blame for that. Is he going to get the Xerxes? Is this where his time comes in? Because if these players all go out after one season, then he's done a stinking job. So I'll wait. I'll hold judgment. Give it.
I agree. I've got a high opinion of him. Just from the build-up and what I'm hearing. And I just think when you hear him make a statement like that, I'm really surprised he's come out and made that statement. So maybe this is a really marquee, significant signing for us. And Cunha could be that catalyst to make us push on and become a much better team.
Tyrone's got an interesting question here, actually. Is anybody worried about Mbeumo coming in? He's only 5'7".
He's not 5'7". Is he really? He can't be 5'7".
He looks a lot bigger than that.
Can someone check that? Tyrone, I'm not disrespecting you. I wouldn't think he was 5'7". Is that true? Because If you, I don't think so. I don't think he's that small.
No, I don't think he's 5'2". Where's my phone?
Yeah. Someone look that up for us. Is Mbeumo 5'7"? I would say, guessing without knowing, I'd say he's about 5'10". I bet they're going to give centimeters. I don't know what it's centimeter. Yeah. How tall are you, Tyrone?
Oh, they did say it in bloody said. Oh, they've got it. These people just put feet. Jesus, he's 1'7" T1.
1'7". That's short.
Oh God, is it? God, I don't
He
know.
doesn't look short. I mean, he doesn't look short on the pitch. He looks like he's got some presence. You know, he's big built. He's fast. He's strong. Yeah.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is 1'71". What is please? Is so that must mean he's 5'7".
Wow.
Okay, he's strong. This is from Tyrone. He's strong and stocky but short. I don't see that being a bloody problem anyway.
No. Me neither.
Eddie, yeah, 5'7". Big up everyone in the place. Short man has presence. Does that mean that you're under 5'7"? See, look now, 173 is his height. Look, he's 5 foot something. He's not 6 foot. But look, I don't see that being a problem. I'll be honest. I don't see that being an issue at all. We've seen what he can do. What do you think the hold up is with that? Anyway.
Well, Thomas Franks, I think Brentford maybe been focusing on that. There's a deal for him to go to Spurs, and probably waiting to see if you've got a new manager coming into Brentford. The new manager might be saying, "Hold on a minute, I'm not coming into the show." Big up to Linville. How you doing? The new manager at Brentford might be saying, "Hold on, I'm not coming into the club. I want to know what's going on with Mbeumo. Is Mbeumo staying? And I'll negotiate with you. You know." So maybe it's a case of Thomas Frank's gone out. They put that on hold, and they're discussing things with a new manager. Yeah, exactly, Rio. Exactly. You know what, Rio? We need you on the show. Come on soon, man. I've seen his TikToks are really good, and he talks football a lot and really well. So, really great addition to the Man United agenda. Hopefully, that they will come soon.
That's it. And Bremo's technical abilities make up for his lack of height.
Yeah.
Eddie, he's saying he's fine. I don't know why I thought Eddie was short, you know, but I'm right because he said he's bloody this team, man. Yeah, I'm 5'5", so he said, "Go on, Bremo." I thought I was actually the shortest person here, but that's all right. I'll take that. So what else do we have to talk about? We've gone through our daily dose of nonsense.
Okay, I've got a couple of things for you, Mr. B. Just been going to my
5'5". I'm 5'5", Matty. A whole foot taller and shorter than Yabba.
I've got my trusted sources have been talking about Sancho. Spurs, Aston Villa, Newcastle are keeping tabs on Jadon Sancho in this situation. While Man United want an outright sell, Aston Villa would prefer a loan. So the saga continues. Obviously, like you said yesterday, Mr. B, Sancho's only got a year left in his contract. But Spurs, Aston Villa, Newcastle. If you're Sancho, which of those clubs is more attractive? Where do you think he could fit in based on what they already have in those 6'5"? Spurs, Aston Villa, Newcastle. If you're Jadon Sancho, what would be the best fit for him? Where would he get more opportunity to play? If you can look at the other
Tottenham.
those teams.
I think he walks into the Tottenham starting lineup. Okay. They're not going to pay him no money. Chelsea offered him 90 grand, and he wasn't going to take that. Tottenham probably ain't going to offer him more than 120 grand, if that.
Yeah.
I think he's stuck. I think in the Premier League he's stuck.
Is Song leaving Spurs?
I think so. I think
so.
I mean, look,
maybe Spurs would be the best fit.
You know, they're going to have an extra 10 games from the Champions League this season. It's not that they can't afford it, but I don't think they've got the I don't think they've got the ambition for him. And look, here we go. Andrew Williams is asked the perfect question: who is the bigger idiot, Elon Musk or Jadon Sancho?
It's easy, that one, Elon Musk. Very easy.
I just want them gone. I just want Sancho gone. I just want the money in, whatever money they're gonna get for him. Just get the money in so that we can move on.
What happens? There's got to be a set date when he's supposed to report back to the club. Do you think it's going to be a case where he's not going to be going on tour and not being around the players? You know?
Yeah, they won't put him. They won't bring him on tour. I don't see the point of that. I don't see the point of him. They know he's a poison already.
Yeah.
Why are they going to bring him on tour to poison the rest of the young players? You know what I mean? You don't need him here. He's going to get sold anyway. People know what he can do or what he can't do. A lot of people don't like what he can do, so you know it is what it is. I just think he's done. I think Premier League he's done.
Wow. I think he'd want to stay in the Premier League as well. I don't think he'd want to go abroad again. He went down to London. London's his home city. That's why I think out of the three clubs, Newcastle, Aston Villa and Spurs, not only does he have more opportunity, I think, getting into Spurs side with their, you got Brendan Johnson, Songs leaving. That beyond that, he haven't got much. I just think living in London would be ideal. He's a Londoner as well. So
yeah, but he's at Chelsea. He's at Chelsea. You say he's a Londoner. He's been at Chelsea. He never did. He didn't really tear up trees at Chelsea. You know what I mean?
The location is, if you want to live somewhere, you're going to stay in the Prem. Spurs would be the next best thing, I think, unless Arsenal want to come in, but that's not going to happen. Next bit story, Mr. B, something you might like to hear, because Mr. B, you make names. I mean, remember McFuckeries, comedy, and then obviously -9. You've made that famous. It's Rasmus Højlund. Man United are yet to make a decision on Rasmus's future, with all options on the table. His representatives had conversations with United Chiefs last week about their plans for him. So obviously, something's going on in the background regarding him. He probably wants to stay. I think he's got a contract till 2029, if I'm correct. So that's a long-term contract. He apparently, I think he came out of a quote the other day saying he wants to stay and fight and he wants to achieve things with the club. But there's a major but. Looks like behind the scenes, his representatives are aware that Man United might not be feeling him and it could be an option for him to go. So he will be asking questions. You're Rasmus, you've been first choice for the first couple of seasons, and you're seeing strikers coming in. You're probably not going to get as much game time, and that's going to stifle your development or your improvement. So the questions have to be asked: should he stay or should he go? I know what you think, Mr. B, but logically, what should the club be thinking about here with him? Do we need two strikers? If we get someone else in, do we need to keep him around?
He's not even a striker. He's not even a striker, so we definitely need one. Look, he's gonna talk the talk, yeah. Publicly, you got to think of it like this. He knows United are turning up now, innit? We've got Cunha, we're getting in Bremo. It's like, right, you with a girl, innit? She's gonna get a boob job and a liposuction, and you know that she wants to dump you, innit? You're gonna do everything you can to make it sweet so that you can stay. You know what I mean? He's done. He's gone. He ain't getting no liposuction and he ain't getting no breast job. He is finished, yabba. So he's gonna have all of the talk. Now he can't say, "Oh, I want to leave United." It shows a weak mentality. We know his football ability is not great, but you talk up the talk. I want to stay. I want to fight for my place. Don't worry, when Inter come in for him, he'll be gone. He'll be gone because they've got their manager now.
Inter have got a new manager?
Yeah, they've got the manager. Inzaghi's gone. They've got oh shit, who did they get in? They got him in either today or yesterday. So I think they're ready to start moving now because Inzaghi's gone Saudi, innit? 25 million a year.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Good luck to him. I mean, he's earned it by winning the title and getting to Champions League finals and that. Wow. Yeah, that scenario you just gave. I think I've never had a girl get life as such and the boob job as well. And she was. I wouldn't. We wanted to keep her. She'd be dashed out, you know. But yeah, most girls these days have to work, get a bit of work done, don't they?
It's all right.
Yeah, 2 years imitating a striker.
Yeah, it's done, man. It's done. But is Inzaghi a better manager than Amarim?
I don't want to answer that just yet. Let Amarin have a year or two in the Premier League and see what happens.
Okay, well, look, right, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that question for a year, guys. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Yeah, but is there anything else you want to talk about? If not, then we can go bouncity bounce.
Yeah, I think it's time to bounce. My stories are dried up, and there'll be more. I'm sure there'll be more tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow, Mr. B?
If we can set up a stream, I'm gonna try and get my get the mix zone done with obviously, you know, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, obviously Man United, Arsenal. Just get a few things on, but if it's going to be headed like this, man, I might not even bloody bother, to be honest.
Bear with us, guys.
Yeah, we'll get it sorted. We will get it sorted. But yeah, look, obviously, we will be back tomorrow. Touch wood and fingers crossed. We will be back tomorrow. I doubt very much we'll be doing anything over the weekend, but we will be back on Monday. Yeah. So I'm gonna work out how to end this stream. I'm waffling because I'm trying to say, oh, this the end bar. All right, I've got it. All right, guys, look. Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, we will be back tomorrow. And I heard a ping. I have no idea what that ping was. But look, show interval. I just why don't it play? All right, guys. We're out.